The following is part 4 of an excerpt from a Reddit post made by an individual claiming to have the full truth on what we call alien greys. In this online interaction, they even answered questions from people in the comments section. I have included these questions with the original poster's answers in this video. A link to the original post can be found in the description of this video. Make of this information what you will. Question 1. Amazing story. Have you shared this with the Senate Select Commission on Intelligence or with Arrow? And do you have evidence to back this up? Answer 1. Thank you. No, I haven't, and no, I won't. It sounds like a honey trap to me. I will not place my life in the hands of politicians. I have no proof other than this message. I know it's not much, but it's what I'm prepared to offer. Question 2. Well, that was a read. So they are bioengineered worker bees. Any elemental components that are unuttributable to our biome? Answer 2. Yes, knowing that they're disposable, unable to live independently without technological support, and that they're ephemeral. The only suitable hypothesis is that they are alive only to accomplish their task. Another Redditor made the following comment. So they are worker bees. No sex organs means you can't have babies that will revolt. They must be created in a secure, sterile environment, like a space station or maybe a deep ocean lab. Answer from the OP. In my opinion, I feel like the EBOs on Earth are just biological AI. I think that their people on their homeworld would have a vastly different appearance and would have genitalia for reproduction. The worker bees on Earth are printed autonomously from a probe somewhere on the planet that has been watching us for a long time and woke up, became far more active when we hit the milestone of nuclear fission. Basically, I think that they started these workers from their own DNA and mixed it with Earth life DNA so they can easily survive here. The workers are likely implanted with a hive mind-like consciousness, and they are disposed of when their mission is completed. Perhaps they take on a primate-like form too, because the true host, NHIs, would rather they ease us into the idea of what an alien is, without just throwing something at us that looks completely unlike any body plan on Earth. Question 3. I haven't read everything in detail, but can you expand on the document on their religion? Answer 4. EBOs believe that the soul is not an extension of the individual, but rather a fundamental characteristic of nature that expresses itself as a field, not unlike gravity. In the presence of life, this field acquires complexity, resulting in negative entropy, if that makes sense. This gain in complexity is directly correlated with the concentration of living organisms in a given location. With time, and with the right conditions, life in turn becomes more complex, until the appearance of sentient life. After reaching this threshold, the field begins to express itself through these sentient beings, forming what we call the soul. Through their life experiences, sentient beings will in turn influence the field in a sort of positive feedback loop. This in turn further accelerates the complexity of the field. Eventually, when the field reaches a critical mass, there will be a sort of apotheosis. It's not clear what this means in practical terms, but this quest for apotheosis seems to be the EBO's main motivation. The author of the document added his reflections and interpretations as an appendix. He specified that, for them, the soul field is not a belief, but an obvious truth. He also argues that the soul loses its individuality after death, but that memory and experience persist as part of the field. This fact would influence the philosophy and culture of EBOs, resulting in a society that doesn't fear death, but which places no importance or reverence on individuality. This belief compels them to seed life, shape it, nurture it, monitor it, and influence it for the ultimate purpose of creating this apotheosis. Paradoxically, they have little or no respect for an individual's well-being. Please be advised that I'm speaking from memory of something I read more than 10 years ago, so take the following with a grain of salt. Also, I'm not a philosopher or an artist, so please excuse my struggle to properly formulate the concepts and my dry terminology. Finally, note that this information comes from a document whose author was directly interacting with an EBO. It is not specified whether it was an ambassador, a crash survivor, a prisoner. The means of communication were not specified either. This concludes the reading of this excerpt portion from the Reddit post. The most insane thing about this entire story is that the original poster revealed the location of the lab he claimed to have worked at. The name of the facility is Battelle National Biodefense Institute. It exists and can be found on Google Maps. What did you think of this story? Do you think it's real? Leave your comments below and make sure to like and subscribe to UFO Zone for more videos just like this.